last year. I guess I get the pie in the face, so might as well go get that done and over with. So thanks everyone. I know a lot of people know here, I was a shy and introverted kid. I got into policing a lot because of bullying. Smitty, Jerry, we were both born the same 2 months apart, 1961. So we went through public school and high school together, and we were buddies all through that time. Jerry was the toughest guy in a good way in the school. Nobody, even the tougher families, would ever say anything to Jerry. Jerry stuck up for me through public school. It's the kind of stuff you don't forget. Jerry got into policing for a different reason, partially because he didn't like bullies. But Jerry carried himself in such a way that even in public school, he was a serious guy. He had fun, he was jovial, but he had direction. He had a path. Not that anyone ever understood it, because I didn't know which way he was going to go. We joked around when he came into Peterborough Police in 1990s. I started 86, he started in 87. He came into Peterborough once, he was in an absolute detachment at the time. He said, Farky. And I was like, Smitty? Because we had lost touch after high school for the most part. And I was like joking around with him. I said, I didn't know if you would be going to jail or policing. And he said, Farky, I felt the same way. But he said it worked out. But Jerry was as serious as he was, as driven as he was such a good leader because his integrity was second to none. You looked up to him, I looked up to him. So he was an informal leader as a constable. You knew that he was where he was going. He wanted to stay at the sergeant level because for him, it was out with the team. And I'll tell you, there's probably not one of the better guys in this province that I would feel safer with than Smitty in any way. So I loved him. He stopped calling me Farky because on this Pedal for Hope, we're riding on each other's rear ends all the time. So we had names like Grand Poopa, Shitsy Pants. I was Poops. There was Poopster, Poopsy. So he started calling me Poops from then on. It was never Farky anymore. So till his dying day, I was Poops after that. Whenever I saw him, didn't matter if I was in the mall. The last thing I want to say is that Smitty, like a lot of us, didn't have a lot of luck with women in our lives. And until he met Julia, and he came up to me, and he said, Farky, I met the love of my life. And I'm like, Smitty has actually fallen in love? I couldn't believe it. So he fell in love. Anyway, with probably the most incredible woman who loved him back. You just don't see that. It's like something out of a movie. And I'm not into chick flicks, but if they were made a movie about these two, I'd watch it. Anyways, Julia, I know this is real tough for you. I'm so glad you came. And we want you to say a few words.
What I would like to say is that Jerry was an extremely proud police officer, as you all know, but this is just as important to him. Community work, having the community see him in the light of doing something positive. It wasn't just about pulling people over and arresting bad guys like all the kids thought. And this was so important to him. And he was so proud to be part of this team. And I know that he loved all of the team members and he loved being that part of a team. And it was just as important to him as his policing career. So today, as you honor him, I thank you. I know he's here in spirit and he would be so proud to still be a part of this team.
And JT is going to say a few words.
On behalf of Pedal for Hope, it's just I met Jerry Smith when I was actually in Fleming College. That's how long we go back. He was the definition of community policing. He worked in Bridgenorth. He ran the community policing office in Bridgenorth with Brad Philman, and that is what inspired so many officers to get involved in the community, and that's a big part of how this team was generated. He was one of the founding members of this team. He brought a lot of awesome ideas and his heart and his passion into this team. Just like so many of us, this was his baby, and the success of this team, we have to put that on Jerry Smith for a lot of what he brought to the team. And I was so happy to go from student to volunteer with the community policing in Bridgenorth to working as a constable to getting to work with Jerry Smith in a project of this magnitude and have such an impact on our community. And I will be forever blessed, and Jerry will be always in our hearts for being part of this team. And Julie, you know how much I love you and how much I care about you, and you will always be a part of this team as well.
And thanks everybody for coming. And OPP, RCMP, Peterborough Police, Port Hope, thanks for all being part of this. You guys are incredible. The work you've done. I don't even know. When I left, it was like $3 million, and then we're over $6 million bucks. Like $6 million for pediatric cancer research. Like amazing work, guys. And our partners from Peterborough Police, our deputy Jeff Hoskins is here too. I will say one thing about coming from Peterborough down to Northumberland. I could not believe how close these police services work. Coburg, Port Hope, and OBP, the family amongst Northumberland was incredible. It just warmed my heart just to be here, be part of this, and I'm very, very blessed. So, Pete, thanks. We can't do it without the media either. You guys make this work for us and get the word out, help with our fundraising. So, greatly appreciate Lynn, the team from the very beginning. You've been at this, still here. So happy to see you and all the volunteers. We can't do
In the most important place we would have been, Ottawa, Nancy College.
Oh, pull it up again, Donnie. Julia. Smitty. Or no,
You'll regret this.
You're fine.
Hey, sorry guys.